we're at here. We should be about live. We are. We are live on YouTube. Boop. And of course, it never updates my thumbnail. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? It's so quiet. Maybe I should turn on some sound. Maybe that's what we should do. Just some... Oops. I almost exited. Just something nice and everything. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hello, James George Washington Johnson Miles and J Trains. Welcome to something I started last night. I was working on this for a couple hours last night. For those that saw me playing Planet Coaster, this is what I was working on. I was working on something like this. And now this we'll get into. So this is kind of something I'm starting. It's not going to be like a full-blown project, so don't worry. It's not like a giant park, which those are famous last words, right? Anyways, I wanted to build a scenario, like an actual playable scenario. I've been wanting to build so many scenarios since Planet Coaster came out, like custom scenarios that are realistic and have some really good, actual good like objectives and stuff like that, and it has a story and everything like that. So that's what this is kind of going into, is I want to create something where, yeah, something that's good for money, for management and everything. You have to manage everything, and you're reviving a failing theme park or some sort of park. That's kind of where I'm going with this. And I liked how this parking lot turned out so much that I might even put it on the workshop. I'm just going to do a small parking lot for this. I might add a little bit more. As you can see, I didn't really finish the ends because I didn't know if I was going to do more. But I did this last night. I did all of this last night, what you see here. So it's going to be, is it easy to make a parking lot or not? It's not super hard. I mean, if you want it to look like really pretty, it can be challenging, but like, I mean, it's literally just putting down lines, basically, for the most part. For the most part. It can be a little bit more than that sometimes, but it's all good, it's all good. So this park is going to just be a scenario. It's not going to be anything too big. I'm not going to be spending crazy amount of time. Like I said, famous last words, but I did spend quite some time on what I have done so far here. But anyways, Adventure Hills is just kind of a name that I just threw in there. It could change. It really could. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen this, but it has a striking resemblance to a park so far, and that's why I've been using inspiration from a park that I used to know very well and is currently abandoned, and that is Celebration City. So you're gonna see a little bit of Celebration City vibes going in here, and that's where the entrance kind of comes from. The little ticket booth here and a little bit of the entrance. It's kind of like the same layout of that park, how that park was. So it's going to be a small little park that is not huge, and that was kind of the basis of it. I might even put in a construction zone where the objective is to build a new ride with a certain criteria, so it's something successful. I'm doing great this evening. Doing great. I was kind of tired towards the tail end of work. I kind of crashed. I guess you could say I started to crash a little bit, so I got a little tired out of nowhere. Because I had a lot of energy when I first went and started working at Time Traveler earlier. But then towards the end of the night, I kind of crashed and kind of got really tired out of nowhere. Hopefully that does not. I'm feeling Not super crazy tired now, but as I was, but you know. Alright, so we need to do a path cover something here, because I need to cover up those spots. So we're just going to use a brick cover. We're going to do a nice looking brick to cover the entrance here. A pet channel. Why are we asking for a pet channel? But yes, this is going to be a lot inspired off of Celebration City, which, of course, if you know, is currently abandoned right now, and it's really well upkept, but it does not currently house anything right now. I don't really think there's any rides there at the moment. They basically sold all of them or moved them to SDC is typically what happened, basically. So there's not really a whole lot, or not a whole lot here anymore, or a whole lot there anymore, so I say here as if it's like Celebration City, but it's not. This isn't Celebration City. This isn't a recreation of it, but it's going to be inspired by Celebration City. You're definitely going to see parallels and everything like that, so. But yeah, there'll be some cool objectives for this park and everything, so. I'm sure I'll ever have to start assigning rows today, or so when I first got there, we were grouping, but then we dropped the grouper shortly after, so no, we weren't assigning rows. For the most part, we really weren't. The biggest thing I remember about Celebration City was how their final ride came from another now abandoned park. Oh yeah, it was that water ride. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it was only open for like a season or two, and then right before the whole thing shut down, so. What a pet channel. It's popular. What's up, Costronome? Things are great. Things are going great. So I was thinking about doing some interior here. But I gotta find some inspiration. That's the one thing. We gotta find inspiration. What's up, Daddy? It's going good. Season's actually off to a great start. This is actually one of the best starts to the season I've ever had. And I'm super excited for the future. Like, super excited. I'm doing so much right now at the park. Like, I'm about to do another job. I've done this job before, but we call it 210. Basically, they are in charge of attractions for guest excellence. So if there's any complaints about any attractions or anything like that, this is the person. That's the person that responds. So if you have someone saying, "I want to talk to your manager," after something happened at a ride or something, that person responds. I'm going to be doing that job. I've done it before, but I haven't done it in like 4 years. So it's been my first time doing it in a while. So I'm going to be doing that again. Geauga Lake. I never got to visit that park. So I can say hi to you if I be a Karen. All you gotta do is say, I want to talk to a manager. So I get to be that manager. It's not too bad of a position. It's really nice when you don't have like just guest complaints to respond to. I was like, that's probably the worst part of the job, is just responding to really stupid situations. Like people complaining about Trailblazers, and even though there's not even a line to begin with, they're complaining about getting on the ride quick enough with Trailblazers when there's literally no line in at all. So I'm just like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Dude. I need to find... trying to find a good reference for interior because I'm so bad at interior, but I want to be good in interior so badly. Like, I want to get better, so I need to find references for good interior. Let's see what I can find here. I'm trying to find... Let's see. What is a good interior here? But hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing great. Astroworld. Yeah, I love watching. I watched, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Defunctland. I haven't watched any of that in a long time, but I always loved watching those videos and stuff of old abandoned park or old shut down parks and stuff. Any defunct parks and stuff like that, or defunct rides, and it's like some really cool videos of just like theme park history and stuff. I'm fascinated by like the history aspect of it. Yeah, Defunctlands is great. That and Astrodome just feels sad, right? Because it's still empty. I think they just kind of use it for like storage and overflow parking. I think is all it's used for. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I wouldn't say have the True Elite coaster. They did have a decent lineup with a Become a Flying Dutchman, being floorless, and a good looking CCI too. Right. Yeah. Geauga Lakes looks like one of those that would have been at least that looked like a really good park. So, okay, we're gonna go in here, and we're going to let's go ahead and get the shop inside here. We're gonna do just a momento. Make sure that's in a good spot. Okay. We'll also place Hat's Fantastic. Labelings. This is just the ultimate gift shop. This is going to be like our emporium at the entrance / exit of the park. So like on your way out or on your way in, you have this kind of like, this is going to be like the emporium, I guess you could say. As a lot would call it, the emporium. I'm going to go stucco for the inside here, actually. Stucco, whatever you want to call it. Make some white walls. Yeah, everything is inside. Expedition theme parks, yeah. Red Sun Films to a video on Celebration City. Cool thing is, I know SDC said they're gonna be showing off some behind-the-scenes stuff of Fire in the Hole, so I'm excited for stuff like that. I am excited for those. I will say that. Excite. Because someone asked about that, and they even said on social media, they're like, we do plan on releasing some behind-the-scenes stuff of Fire in the Hole before we demolish it. Which would be pretty epic. Alright, I think I'm gonna get some nice wallpaper. The thing that the issue we come into is like the counters here and stuff like that. That's why I decided to do those in stucco and instead. But then you have another issue with the doorway and stuff, but it's not a huge issue. I love theme variant. I love painting things when you're, but man, theme parks are some of my favorite videos on YouTube. Same here. I watch so many of them. If STC does nothing with the old Fire in the Hole and leaves it abandoned to rot, no, I'm sure they're gonna demolish that building. That building's just, it's so old and it's already falling apart. You see me and Silas, J-Train's idea for a cool YouTube series we talked about last night? I may have, but you might need to remind me. If you say it, I might I might remember. Jazzland, Six Flags of New Orleans, I've heard, have reached in a agreement. Oh yeah, I think I saw some news on that they're gonna redevelop that land into something else. I forgot what it was gonna be. I don't think it was like a theme park, but still cool that they're finally gonna do something with that land, maybe. Finally. I'm not best at interior. I had to learn to be good when I did the lodge. Yeah, I want to be good at it. Like, I want to get better at it. So, I'm going to focus a lot on some interior work in here. And I'm trying to have references. I found some references here I think I'm going to use. I think I might use a wooden floor instead. I think this concrete floor doesn't... Because there's not really... You know, the concrete floors aren't really common inside, like, inside gift shops. I just know, like, the inside should be... Look a lot different from the outside. It's kind of like what I'm going up, or thinking of here. Alright. Basically, I want to cover up the brick here for the entrance. And where the doorway is, anyways. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to cover some of it up. As I still don't know what doorway I'm going to use. Yeah, we might just do some stuff here to make this better. I might actually... Could add some windows there, but I don't think... no, we'll be fine. I was thinking about it, though. We thought hard about it. Okay, I don't really want that to come through at all, so put that there. We'll just have these kind of in the corner. Just to add a little bit more to the space. I think we're gonna go with like a hardwood wooden floor for this. So let's see what we come up with here. Could do that one. Could I think this one works pretty well for interior. Maybe like a darker, kind of like a darker brown. Will work well here. I think a nice little hardwood floor will look good. Maybe doing something around their former Pilgrim Sponge. Oh, finally? Yeah, that area has been empty for a while, hasn't it? That'd be cool if they finally are doing something with it. Which would be good. Alright. We're gonna do something good here. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through here. Let's see what shelves and shelving and stuff we can do. I wish some of these were recolorable because then it'd be a lot nicer. I usually use this a lot in my builds. So you can either have the back showing or you can have it just shelves and such. Which I think we might do it like this. I think it looks a little bit nicer. I want to get my layout of my shop done here a little bit before we start putting the merchandise on the shelves and stuff. these diner tables are nice. I don't remember ever having these, but I'm glad I have them. Oh, I guess we have a poker table. I kind of want to like a table that has like merchandise on it. This one will probably work. But it can have like shirts or like stuff stacked up on it. Something along those lines. Put a small basketball court in my backstage area. Okay, nice. Can I check DMs? Oh gosh, yes. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, is this recolorable? I didn't even realize this was recolorable. Wow. And it's very dark shaded, but change this one to a red hue as well. Why does this cost 10 cents? Why would somebody make shelves in the Theme Maker's Toolkit and decide to make it have a running cost of 10 cents? Like, come on, bruh. I never understood that. I'm like, it's scenery. I can see if maybe it's like an animatronic or something like that. That I could see. That makes sense. But you over here making it cost to run shelving. Like shelves. Like, really? Like, that's kind of questionable to me. I'm gonna run through here and see what different gift shop items we do have. We do have quite a bit of stuff at our disposal that we can use. You know, like these little guys or these. This is like a Disney shirt one, which I don't care for because it's Disney brand. We don't really want a Disney brand thing going in there, but okay, I'm just gonna, because I want to put like just a lot of different things in here. That's what we're going for. Cold table. Commercial refrigerator. Container. Yeah, we need to get like a main street going here. Ooh. Power splash. That would be cool. Sorry I didn't respond to that sooner, but... PTC should make coasters again. Could happen though, change everything. How's Wonderverse going? It's going great. Believe it or not, I'm not actually lying. It's actually going. Going pretty good right now. Believe it or not, stuff is being done. Like, I'm not giving you false hope or anything. It's legit. There's legit stuff happening. They have buzz bar restraints, that's the only reason why they're good. Yeah, you can get a lot of airtime on their restraints. You can. Lamp cover. Where's all the stuff I'm looking for here? Where'd it at? Where'd be? We'll sell Outlaw Run sign. Batman pinball, I guess. I put a barrel of water there. Pencils. See, there's stuff in here that I didn't realize that I have. Even a Planet Coaster. I knew I had that one, but there's stuff in here that I sometimes don't even, like, I'm just like, where did this come from? I don't remember installing this or subscribing to this because it's probably from parks that I've installed extra Theme Maker's Toolkit items from. What is this? Why is this on here? Oh look, there's Shrek's outhouse. Souvenir snow globes. I do like these. We'll have to put those up there. Stagecoach. Where's all the stuff? There's more stuff on here, and I've probably missed a lot of it. Knowing my luck. I've probably scrolled right past a lot of it. You know. Wooden wardrobe. There's a desk. Large window. It is a pretty large window. Wooden door. What am I? Saloon sign. I thought about going into the Theme Maker's Toolkit and creating my own custom fence. Because I feel like I have the skills enough to make a fence if I wanted to. Outhouse is theming now. What's this? Sitting Nathan. What the heck? Does he move? No, he doesn't move. I thought maybe it was animated at first. You have shopping bags, though. Don't know if I want to put that in there, but... Alright, let's put our shirts. I'm gonna put some shirt little hanger things here. A wall hanger. So we can put a couple of different shirts on here. No, we're not burying Shrek. Not this time. I'm putting my foot down. Shrek will not be in this park. Not this time. He's already in multiple parks. He doesn't need to be in this one. Wildcat's Revenge has been topped. Nice. I'm sure it'll be an awesome addition. Bum bum bum. Alright, we're slowly populating this. up a bit. Oh, those are parking spaces. Cool. Silas, $1.99. You super chatted. You're paying for it. Are you saying since you super chatted, now I have to bury Shrek because you super chatted it? My goodness. You're paying for it. Gosh dang it. I guess I can't say no to $2. And I'd feel bad if I didn't do it after you spent $2 just for me to do it. Heck, nabbit. Curse you, Silas. Making me feel... I see the strategy here. Ooh, park maps. This would actually look nice. Let's put it in the corner. Maybe put it in the corner here. Give ourselves some park maps. Say no. Very now or I'll be mad. Do I have to do it this second? I'm in the middle of something. Where am I burying him? Where do you want him to be buried? I mean, I don't have much of the park developed yet, but where am I putting him? So over here being a negotiator by like, here's $2. Bury him now. Gosh dang it. Under the shop? What would you do if I just uninstalled the Shrek Theme Maker's Toolkit? Literally minutes ago I said I'd put my foot down and said I'm not gonna bury him. And he comes in with the super chat. I can't even find him. Put him as far underground as you can. This is the thing, if people download this, they're gonna have to install that Theme Maker's Toolkit. They're gonna have to install the Shrek Theme Maker's Toolkit. Alright, are we doing T-pose or this one? Or do you want me to do the awful looking Shrek cookie? Is that supposed to be a cookie? I don't know. T-pose. Guess we're gonna lay him to rest. If you give me, if you super chat $100, I'll leave him like this. It's gonna take a lot more to do that, though. Alright, how far are we going? Oh my gosh, so far that he's just a silhouette. How far can you go down? I'm curious now. How far? Holy crap. Is that a tree? Oh, I found the limit. Is that a tree underground just way over there? I found the limit, guys. We found the limit. It's right here. Wait, no, one more. There it is. I found the limit. The absolute furthest we can put him underground is right here. So dark. Boom. You just see a shadow. And like you turn the light on. Can't do that. 90. No, I'm not doing 99 cents to have his face come out of the ground. Alright, let's see how long it takes to get back to the top. Yeah, we'll fast forward. That's over with when Sea of Thieves has been finished. Honestly, Silas, I might actually play Sea of Thieves soon. It actually doesn't sound too bad. I gotta be in a certain mood to play it. But honestly, maybe actually. Going to Shrek funeral at 3 a.m. Gone wrong cops called. Touched grass. Alright, good night, Kennywood. Thanks for joining, man. Have a good night. Alright, let's stock up on our chief beef. Shirts here. I'm gonna go chief beef. We gotta put a King Coaster shirt in here. And Gulpy. Gulpy there, and for the last one, let's do Pizza Pen because I love pizza. I love pizza. So I wish we had more options for folded shirts because we don't really have many options for that. I do have a line to see. Channel 5's projects. I don't think so. I haven't watched Channel 5 in a while. My own merch in Planco. Gone from the 30th. If you're gonna do it soon, you have a week or you have to wait 17. I think that's exactly the time I wanted to do it. That might be the time I'm actually wanting to do it. Got the Planet Coaster board game. The classic Planet Coaster board game. The Mega Collab Park? Oh, nice. I bet it'll be pretty good then. You did it while I was gone after 217th. I will unsubscribe and I'll be so mad. Nah, you'll come back. You might unsubscribe for a minute, but you'll come back. Cotton candy. Ooh, we could put cotton candy in here. I didn't know I had cotton candy. We'll have cotton candy on the little shelf here, on the little, on here. This thing. Table. Whatever a table is called. Nothing here has to be like super perfect because, you know, humans put it up. Nice, nice. RMC putting on their 208 track on Mindblower. I mean, from what I heard, I've never been on Mindblower, and I heard it was getting really, really rough, so I'd imagine it'd be a good thing, right? How close are you being done with Wonderverse? Closer than you probably think we are. I'm just gonna put it out like that. I don't have a definite date yet, but closer than you probably think we are. And I'm being legit when I say that. Like, legitimately. We are working on stuff. And if I'm gonna be, like, perfectly honest, I probably could have launched Wonderverse a long time ago if I had actually took the time to get it going. But now I legit want to get it going, so yes. Because I've been coding the bot. I haven't done much of the coding lately because most of the coding's already pretty much done. So be done with Wonderverse by tomorrow. I don't know if we'll be done by tomorrow. We're actually testing some things tomorrow, it sounds like. It seems like, but testing out some functions tomorrow, but since it's my day off, I'm gonna be testing out some stuff tomorrow on it, but I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna say too much about it, you know. Keep you guys on your toes. Starting tomorrow, I have to put in a power line, traffic light, and sign. That's it. Nice. Yeah, mine's pretty much done too. Like, I'm sure there's a couple finishing touches I still need to do, but... Oh yeah, forgot about this. Snack shelf. The Gulpy snack shelf. Which will have Gulpy snacks. That, I'm assuming, give you energy. Energy snacks. Ooh. Energy bites. Do all rides have to open with the park, or can a ride be delayed? I mean, I guess it can be delayed. Maybe. Perhaps. Ah, crap. I didn't have... Never have angle snap on when I need it on. Gulpy hoodie. Yeah, this scenario is going to be pretty cool, I think. I think I'm going to... This scenario is going to be pretty legit. Pretty legitimate. I want it to be pretty legitimate. Gulpy thing there. Gulpy, gulpy. Gulpy. Appreciate you and your channel so much. Thank you for putting in all the work that you do. Well, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for watching. You guys are the reason why I do it. You, the viewers that watch. What am I building? I'm working on an emporium, kind of like a little, like the final gift shop. I haven't done exterior. We're working on the interior before we go full out on the exterior, because I've never been an interior person. I want to get better at interior, so I'm really kind of working on my interior designs, my work. I need to get better at interior. Oh yeah, we need mugs. Mugs are good. Mugs would look great. I haven't seen this mug before. I saw those, there's those big mugs that are in like 3s that I've seen, but I haven't seen this one before. This one's smaller and probably a little bit better when it comes to size. It's actually probably a little more realistic. Currently working on my first video. It's almost done. Nice. Do I think Outlaw Run will get iBox track in the next 5 years? I don't know about the next 5 years, but I think eventually it will. But I still don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. And if they do, they'll probably do it in segments, like they'd probably do it during the off season because they'd probably not want the ride closed during the season. And I'd imagine they wouldn't do the whole ride at first. They'd probably do kind of like Lightning Rod, where they would just do like start with the high stress areas. I could see them like doing it over time, maybe. Maybe like start off with like the first drop or something. And then maybe a couple other spots, you know. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe they would shut it down like towards the end of one season and then do everything at once. But I don't really think it needs iBox all that well, but I know maintenance would love it. Our maintenance crew would love it because it would be a lot easier for them. Because wood coasters, just in general, are much harder for maintenance. Will I return to Outlaw? I mean, that's where I am currently right now, so... Hey, Cow goes, ooh, what's up? How's it going? iBox won't fix the pothole, because that's caused by the stomp wheels. I mean, it would make it probably a little smoother, though, so it'd probably fix it. Fix it, kind of. It would just, it honestly would smooth it out. So, it would probably, for the most part, get rid of that. But there's not, like, I haven't felt anything in a long time. It's been a long time since I felt any jolt at the bottom. Like, it's just kind of, like, spotty. Like, lately, I haven't felt any sort of jolt at the bottom. Any jolt. Like, it's been running good for a while. So. Like, I think Outlaw's been running smoothly for the last 2 years. Interesting. Holden Towers. Need to get out there again. Yeah! I didn't know I had this. Okay, nice fence. I'll have to remember that. There's a bank safe. But I've even, you know, been in the wheel seats, and even the wheel seats aren't that bad either. They're not as good, of course, but I don't even find them that rough. Alright, they're not even rough at all. Build, create, share. Get our Planet Coaster books. Planet Coaster 2nd anniversary. But we're gonna have them set them up like this, because it kind of fills the space and it looks a little bit nicer on the shelf when you actually have these setting up like this. We just need mainly the shelves to be filled with stuff. Gotta get down because it's the last year of original Fire in the Hole. That's true. You go to Six Flags St. Louis this time for my short 4 days in Missouri. I'm definitely gonna head out once Zambezi Zinger opens. I'm gonna try and figure out a date of when to go out there to Worlds of Fun. I want to see if they got themselves a winner on their hands. I think it looks like a really fun ride, so I'm excited. I'm just excited to see something new at Worlds of Fun. Put that up for Skyline Attraction. Designs good rides, they just don't make good rides. Physical copy of Planet Coaster here at Adventure Hills. Ah, crap. I hate it when I select the wrong arrow. Alright, the shelves are filling. I still gotta fill all these over here. Dang nabbit. Oh, that's the one I already used. I'm probably spending too much time on this interior, but I kind of have to because I'm not good at interior, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to do this, so. Because I'm not super familiar yet. Edible King Coaster. Bum 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 ba ba dum bum bum. We got our hoodies. Going to Glenwood Caverns, it's nice. I'll go out to Worlds of Fun this year too, maybe in the summer. Yeah, I think I'm going to do sometime in the summer too, on one of my days off. That might be the best time for me. I'm going to try and find like a good day to go, because I'll do a weekday where it's not going to be super busy. Here's the Lego roller coaster. Yeah, I'll find a day that's not crazy busy, because but it's easier in the summer for me because I usually get about 2 days off and most of my days off are going to be a weekday anyways. I probably won't get weekends off. So even though I don't want to do weekends anyways, or go on a weekend anyways, because it'll probably be busy. So I don't know why this one's all wonky with its way it's diagonal. It's kind of weird. All right, we're filling up some shelves. Sorry. You will have to tell me. Talking about clip cameras, I think to get into Worlds. Yeah, I get into Worlds of Fun for free. Worlds of Fun, Six Flags St. Louis. So the parks I get in is Worlds of Fun, Six Flags St. Louis, Silver Dollar City, Dollywood, Holiday World, Kentucky Kingdom. Those are all the parks that I get in for free. Working at SDC. Yeah, I wanted the Lego roller coaster. It was just so expensive. I would have loved to have it. I didn't buy it though because it was so expensive. I could have bought it, but it was like $200 or something stupid like that. Legos are expensive, man. They are expensive. Come to Kings Island sometime. I need to get back to Kings Island. I haven't been since 2020. Last time I went was when Orion opened. I do need to get back to Kings Island. It's been quite a few years. Almost been 3 years now since the last time I got to Kings Island. It's hard when you work at a park like I do. It's hard to find time to go to another park because typically when you're off, other parks are going to be closed. So it's just like summertime is probably the best time to do it because if I can get enough days off in summer, because you know, just probably is the best time is summer, to be honest. Or just find like a week where a park's open and we're closed, you know. Just kind of, you know. Worlds of Fun may become like Carowinds because the World Cup is happening. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. A lot of people think that Worlds of Fun might have a lot being invested into it in the next few years. So we could see like some bigger additions coming to Worlds of Fun. I really hope so. Imagine if like just out of nowhere, like just imagine. This is like a ridiculous prediction, but imagine if Worlds of Fun just like added a B&M Giga out of nowhere. This is just like fantasizing, but like I would visit every year if that happened. Legit. So Worlds of Fun, if you're listening, I would come to your park every year if you had added like a B&M Giga. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying that would make me want to go to that park every single year, is add something crazy huge like that. I don't know if they would ever put that much money into Worlds of Fun, but because you're talking like $30+ million. But honestly, I think it would actually be a good fit for Worlds of Fun. They would have that big marquee attraction that would be their #1 coaster easily, probably. And you'd have that big attraction, you know, and they could maybe model it to go over the front gate. I don't know. Worlds of Fun is definitely listening. Keeps it a Giga at knots. Also went to KI September 2021. Hit 3 parks over 4 days for Halloween stuff. Gatekeeper had finally reopened for a technical incident. Trade metal or something. I remember Gatekeeper not too long ago. I mean, it was, I think at least a few years ago, that they had their chain snap, or their chain lift broke. So I'm sure that was fun to deal with because they were down for a long time for that. I don't know if anyone heard that news. I mean, nothing like happened, like no one got injured or anything, but I mean, that's what obviously anti-rollback systems for, right? Always thought Knott's Giga is unlikely because of noise complaints. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. If the reason why it wouldn't go, but I know there's that rumored Giga coming to Knott's, but I don't know if I haven't heard much about it. It sounds like it's calmed down. So I'm not sure if that's still a thing that's might happen, but that's still on the table. It may or may not be. I think it was. The coaster was closed through the summer. And that would be rough having that closed through the summer. Would be rough indeed. But man, just imagine Worlds of Fun gets like a Giga coaster. Because wasn't like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like before they really started investing in Carowinds, I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about, right? Before Fury, and before, say, Intimidator and Fury, like before they actually started putting these rides in, before them two, and you know, obviously Copperhead, because that would be before it too. I mean, I'm not saying Carowinds was bad before then, but like, you'd probably be on par around Worlds of Fun. I've never been to Carowinds, so I can't speak too much for it, but it'd probably be around the same tier as Worlds of Fun, right? Along that, you know, it wasn't like, and then, I mean, did they really have like a whole lot of hype behind them until they started adding those big coasters? Like, you know, once they added Intimidator, and then Fury 305, Fury 325, and then Copperhead. So like now they have like these incredible rides there. So like, imagine if something similar like that happens to Worlds of Fun. Like maybe Zambezi Zinger is their first test. Like, okay, we're gonna add this. They didn't put too much money into it, but they're like, we're gonna invest in Worlds of Fun and see how well it does. And if it does well, maybe they'll invest something even bigger into the park. You know, that could be a legitimate possibility. If Zambezi Zinger does do well and they go, okay, adding this new ride, new coaster, did something good for this park, and we saw big increase, pretty good increase. I wish they would have got something that was a little bit different. I mean, I think it's a great addition, don't get me wrong, but I think Zambezi Zinger might be too similar to Prowler. And maybe it's not, maybe it's not. Maybe it is a insanely new experience. You know, we don't really know what something like that's gonna be like, because it's gonna have the new Infinity Flyer trains. So, for all we know, maybe it could actually be a completely different experience from Prowler. I mean, obviously the Spiral Lift Hill is gonna be different and cool. I'm gonna imagine it won't be able to run in the rain with a drive tire lift. The thing is that really invested in Worlds of Fun, they could actually give SDC some competition. Exactly. You know, SDC's just like destroying when it comes to Missouri parks right now. Like they're the only one that's been really investing in their park in Missouri. You know, they're easily the top park in Missouri. Like it's not even close. But Worlds of Fun, Six Flags St. Louis, those parks have so much potential. They have so much potential. They have plenty of space for expansion. They have a lot of open space. They really do, especially Worlds of Fun. I have raged and ranted over how they have this giant space in the front of the park that they don't even use. There's not even trees to take down. You could put a huge coaster there, and it'd be right at the front where you turn into the park. You could do like a coaster right there. Maybe that's where you put your Giga. I don't know. And you could probably line it up with the front gate too if you wanted to. Man, it'd be so good though. Would be great. But could you imagine? That's my bold prediction. Within the next 10 years, maybe not even 10 years. You know, maybe not even 10 years. My bold prediction is that Worlds of Fun is gonna get something big. Whether it be a B&M Giga or something along those lines. It's getting something big. That might be their next park they focus on. And if so, I'd be so happy. Because the Missouri parks need more love, you know? SDC is great where it's at, but Worlds of Fun, Six Flags St. Louis, they need love. If they can give those parks a little bit of love, the potential is limitless. They have a lot of land to expand around. So, they can do big things there. Because last time I went to Six Flags St. Louis, because I was thinking like, man, this park could be so much better. I was like, it has so much potential. The potential's there. You know, they have a really good lineup of rides. It just needs a little bit more love. They need to update some areas and, you know, maybe add just invest into the park. Invest into it. Like I said, at Six Flags St. Louis, I think they need to tear down Ninja. Get rid of that piece of crap. That ride's awful. And put an RMC Raptor right there. RMC Raptors are not that expensive, so you wouldn't have to invest too much into it, and it would be the only one in Missouri, you know? Oh yeah, they're getting, aren't they getting one of the, is it confirmed that they're getting that little racing, monorail coaster? Like, I think, was it the other Six Flags, a couple other Six Flags are getting? I mean, that'll be fine, a fine addition, but, you know. I think they need to do something with Boss, whether they either RMC it or give it the GCI retrack treatment or something like that. I think that would benefit it, and give it some Millennium Flyer trains or something. Some new trains. That'd be cool. It's a Vekoma. What's a Vekoma? Vekoma Junior coaster. See, I haven't, have they announced anything? Like, I haven't seen any announcements for Six Flags St. Louis, so... So they're getting like a kind of like a kid coaster, like a Vekoma? Kid coaster? Junior coaster? Like... I haven't heard anything about it. Vekoma with the same stats as a Skyline. Alright. I feel like it's still a little bit maybe too open right here, but functionality-wise, it's not always too bad of an idea to have these, like... Should probably at least have angle snap-on. That would make this a lot better. This doesn't have to be perfect or anything, so... Alright, so that is connected now. Beautiful. I think the Boss is the last big coaster in the US that needs RMC'd. Oh man, it would have a beast RMC layout. That's one that like there's wood coasters that I wouldn't even touch with RMC, and then there's some coasters like in Boss. It's kind of that one that like I feel like you could do either or RMC it or give it the Ghost Rider treatment with GCI. One of those two options I think would be great. I don't know. I would love to see what layout RMC would be able to do with that, because it could potentially be a hyper hybrid. Or a hyper hybrid. I could see that layout being over 200 feet, so. Coaster industry chat. Duh. Oh, okay, so you posted the Six Flags St. Louis. Oh, I never saw that. Nice. Well, at least they're getting a new coaster. Wait, so is it opening in 20... Oh, it's debuting in 2023, so it's opening this year? We'll probably open, like, towards the end of the year. I don't know what GCI did. Yeah, Ghost Rider... When I rode Ghost Rider, it was the smoothest wood coaster I've ever ridden. It's been running so good even after the retrack. Like, I was blown away of how smooth that ride was when I rode it. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was expecting it to be pretty smooth because I heard everyone since the retrack it'd been pretty smooth. But like, I was not expecting how smooth it was. It was incredible. Unfortunately, I only got one ride on it, but because the line was so long and I decided to just get rides on other stuff. I wish I could have got another ride on it, but when I did go, I probably could have rode it again this year, but again, I ended up skipping out on odds and decided just to relax instead. Which is not something I would usually do. I think it's more of because I would have been visiting the park by myself. I don't know what it is. Like, I thought about maybe visiting parks on my own. Like, I never really do that, so I always go in groups, and I just don't know if I'd like being by myself in a park. The Beast is the smoothest Woody I've been on. Have you been on it since they did all those reprofiling and retracking? I haven't been on it since they did all that, but I don't remember. I didn't think the Beast was rough, or anyways. I know some people think it was. I never thought it was that bad. Of course, I never really think of mini coasters that are rough. Like, I don't ever classify any mini coasters to actually be rough in the first place. Like, the only ones I would consider rough that I hate was Mean Streak at Cedar Point when it was open, and then Ninja at Six Flags St. Louis. I hate it. That ride doesn't need to exist anymore. If you ask me. Like, why does it still exist? Like, put something better in its place. I don't think anybody would mind if they did that. Alright, I might put in some lights or ceiling fans in here. That's what I was gonna do. I have a couple of options here. I think this is one of the ones I like to use a lot. A lot of the time. And I'm actually kind of fine with that color that it's using right now. I think we'll do that, and then we're gonna put in some lamps for lights. Okay, and then we can put the bulb that goes in here. For that extra added effect. Hopefully I can select both of these. It's gonna be a pain, so we're gonna have to probably do this. But that's alright. And then we're gonna have to put some... Where's my bulb? There's no way I didn't get that selected. Come on, bruh. There's no way. No way that didn't get selected. Like, you kidding me? I should have covered everything, but whatever. I'll just manually place it. It's fine. Apocalypse at Magic Mountain? Really? Not that rough, just not... Oh, gotcha. You haven't been on rough coasters. He kind of surprised me there for a second. I was like, I didn't think Apocalypse was that rough. Again, I'm not one to think that rides in general, mini coasters in general are rough. Like, I literally only consider like 2 coasters I've been on to be actually rough to where I don't want to ride it. And like I said, that's, that was, Main Streak at, when it was open at Cedar Point, and then, actually I should probably put it up above like this. And then, that Ninja, it's St. Louis, Six Flags St. Louis. And, like, Ninja, I don't think is, like, the roughest thing in the world, but it just has bad transitions. Like, if you're on one, like, saying you're doing one of the elements, the element itself isn't bad. It's just transitioning from one element to the next is a little bit too jarring, and it's not good. That's the issue I have with Ninja. It's mostly the transitions from element to element. It's really bad. I gotta say, this floor texture actually looks really good. Like, lighting-wise. Like, it's got good reflections. Like, very realistic-looking reflections. Man, the outside looks so bland still. Vertigo. It wasn't rough, it was just uncomfortable. Yeah, I've been on Vertigo. Kings Island. I've only ridden it like once or twice, though. Yeah, it is definitely a good floor to have. Okay, let's get some references. That's the one thing, is I'm going to be using references for every building that I make. So we're going to try and find some good references of some brick, of a brick building on like a Main Street style kind of building. You know what we could do? We could go to Google Maps and do find some street view of some parks and such and see what we can find. And I think for like Main Street, typically I do like to do, I think Disneyland's, Disney's pretty good. Like the Main Street, there you can find some good Main Street buildings. Even though I'm not a big, like, Disney park fan. They have, you know, Disney Main Street, or the Main Streets there, so that you can really kind of model yourself off of. just want to see what's over here. That looks like a good building to model off of. Maybe. If I can get a good shot of it. I don't know if we can move from here where I'm at. Yeah, I think there's only specific spots. Okay, we're gonna kind of use this as a little bit of a reference. Oh, Boomerang. I've only been on 2 Boomerangs, and one at St. Louis and then one at Worlds of Fun. I don't think I've been on any other ones. I think those are the only 2 Boomerangs I've been on. Okay. I'm gonna maybe start with some, like, awnings. This is the one that I want. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna kind of do for the entrance here. The doors and such. We're gonna make like another story up here. So it's not like just short building. Like it's gonna be, there's gonna be some facades on the top that we're going to use. Alright, let's go and find we need to find a door for this and see what doors we're going to use. I kind of want to use some double doors. Some shape, some way, shape, or form. Of course, we're going to need them open, so we're going to have to use the saloon doors. Mainly want... I usually use these ones a lot. Do we have any like windowed ones that are just like mainly glass? These guys. Yeah, maybe. Is this upside down? I feel like the handle's too low. Well, the handle feels too high there. This is weird. But I think we're gonna use something like this. And I kind of like the green. I kind of fine with the green that it has. Typically, I'll have when I make these, I always do it shut. I want to remember, what piece is this called? Classic Brick Decorative Course 1. Oh, there it is. That is an in-game piece. Interesting. I never remember seeing this piece before. It's kind of like a nice smaller brick piece that can actually be very useful for like stuff like this, I think. Basically, we're gonna be building like a little border around the door, so that's further in like this, and I think it works well for that. So, and then once we open the park, we can open the doors, you know. Bum 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 bum. All right. If I know anything about Main Street buildings, we do need some windows, but the interior, it's just gonna be facade windows, I suppose. So, because obviously I didn't make functional windows for this. So, what kind of windows should we use? I use that one a lot, so I want to do maybe use these ones. One of these might be good. Some nice big classic windows. Some nice brownstone windows. change up the colors a little bit so they look a little bit fresh, a bit fresher. But just gonna use stuff like this. We're just gonna use these for like extra detailing. Remember when I said I wasn't gonna spend that much time on this park? And yet here I am. Like, how long have I been streaming for? Over... Wait, how long have we been streaming for? Over an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half, and I literally haven't progressed the park like any further. I've just been working on this one building. But you know what I mean. That's how it happens. That's how it works sometimes. I knew that that's how it was gonna happen. You know, I just knew it. Alright, we're gonna have like a transition piece coming across. Inspired by Celebration City. Yes, it's gonna have like a Celebration City vibe. So like, if you notice, like the entrance is very similar. So you have the tickets right here, and then the park entrance is gonna be here. This is where the, you know, the ball would be, which is now SDC at Grand Exposition. But instead of the ball, I decided to put like a nice little name of the park on there, I guess. Yes, very much going to be inspired a lot by Celebration City overall, so gonna have a Celebration City vibe to it. Because I miss Celebration City and I'm feeling nostalgic for Celebration City. It was such a fun park just to kind of hang out at. You know? It wasn't like anything super crazy special. Wildcat was really good though. Ozark Wildcat was good. It's a really solid GCI. But there's something about it. I think it's, again, it is one of those things like, you don't know how much you'd miss it until you don't have it anymore. I mainly miss Celebration City just because we don't have it anymore, you know. And like I said, like, Ozark Wildcat was definitely the best ride there, like, for sure. I have just for park entrance and... Yeah, I probably spent... Last night, when I was working on this, I probably was working on it for like 2 hours, this parking lot and the entrance and tickets and stuff like that. I probably took about 2 hours, and here we are, pushing 2 hours just for this one building. Time flies really badly when you're in Planet Coaster sometimes. Like, you're just like, oh... I haven't spent that much time on this, and then you look at the clock and you're like, holy crap, I've been spending over 2 hours on one building. Time just kind of gets away from you when, like, time works a lot differently when you're in Planet Coaster. What park is this? It's, so basically for those that hadn't been here at the beginning when I explained it at the beginning, because I haven't really explained it in a while, but I'm making a scenario. This is going to be an actual playable scenario with objectives and stuff. I've been wanting to do so much I've been wanting to do realistic scenarios a lot, but I just never really finished one. But I really want to do one. And this one's going to be kind of like inspired by Celebration City. You're getting hired as the new CEO or, you know, owner of this park, and it's been struggling, and your job is to add, so like the first objective I think is going to be add a new popular attraction. So I think I might say build a roller coaster with an excitement rating at least this high and stuff like that. That might be the first objective. So you can get an attraction that will drive people into the park. Will be the first line of work. And then as for the other objectives, it could be like make so much monthly or something like that. Still kind of developing what objectives we want to use for it, but it does work differently in Planet Coaster. Well, yeah, they keep Celebration City pretty well kept, and then like I said, I'm pretty sure there's security there, so they make sure there's no trespassers that would do any sort of like graffiti and stuff like that. I'm sure they do. Alright, I might actually use this. It's recolorable, so change some colors on it. And that's where we're going to put a sign on that as like the Emporium and such. And let's do a little bit of window planters. I do like adding these. It can be nice little easy detail for your buildings. And we probably need to add some sort of trim, roof trim up here. Something thinner though, that's a little bit too much. This one might work if we change it to white. Yeah, I like that. This one will work well. Okay. Everything must look perfect. It has to be perfect. Alright, I think there's a corner piece that we can use with this. Or like legit corners like that. But I'm not sure if it's gonna work since we're kinda in an awkward spot right now. Might just work. Of course I can always move this down. There we go. Yeah, new project it is. I'm creating a scenario, like an actual playable scenario. I always wanted to do a lot of realistic custom scenarios. Like I think it'd be really cool to be like a scenario builder for like these types of games or games and stuff, where you just create scenarios for like Planet Coaster and stuff. Just saying, Frontier, if you need some people to create some awesome scenarios for you in Planet Coaster 2, hit me up. I would love to make some cool scenarios for the base game. Similar to your challenge park where I create the park up. I like it better because I have a base to build from. Yeah. Sometimes I like to just start a game with a park that's already been built, but I want to manage it and make it better. Stuff like that. I do love doing like scenarios and stuff. But I've never been a big fan of like the in-game ones too much, because I want something nice, super nice, and realistic. Like I always want to do something realistic. They can still be fun sometimes, but I thought about doing a series where I take the scenarios in Planet Coaster and actually make them better. I've thought about doing something like that. So like make them more realistic or a lot better than what they are. I've thought about doing something like that. I think it'd be kind of nice. Like Channel 5 is doing, where everyone gets a plot of for today, a community park that doesn't get abandoned. You know, maybe we can do that. Maybe I can do sections, and then everyone can go crazy. That's why I wish we had multiplayer, where we could just all have access to the park file without having to pass it along to everybody, you know? I would love to do that. Alright, should we use a different texture for this? Maybe. So it's at least different. I don't use this one very much. I don't think a lot of people use this one very often. So we're going to use it. I think I don't use it very often because there's not a whole lot of options with it. So I think that's typically why I don't use this one that much. I used the wrong thing there. Okay. I think we'll do that, and then we'll do like a concrete piece at the top. Kind of go from there. It's not looking too bad. Still needs a little bit more detail here and there, but I think we're coming along quite nicely with this building. I use this concrete piece a lot because it's not grid-based and recolorable, and it's a nice texture. It's got a nice texture to it, so use it a lot. It's actually probably one of my most used ThemeMaker Toolkit items that I have. I definitely say that. See how he does it. Very clever. I might check it out, and maybe we can make our own little community park at some point. Because honestly, finishing a park is a lot easier when you have a lot of people working on it. So like everyone just does their own little section. Probably makes it a lot easier. Less stressful. You don't have to spend years upon years to finish one park sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I end up doing that unintentionally. I'm like, I'm going to start this park, and it's not going to take me that long to build it, and then 2 years later, you're finally finished with it. Just joined. Is this a new park? Yeah, we're doing well. Kind of yes and no. It's gonna be a scenario. It's an actual scenario. I'm building a custom scenario, so this is going to be a nice playable scenario for anyone who wants to download it. It's gonna where you have to do the objectives and stuff like that. It's very inspired by Celebration City in Branson before it closed. See a crack there, so I need to fix it. Playing on a year. Oh yeah, and it ended up being like the full lifetime of Planet Coaster so far. I literally started on SDC Recreation when Planet Coaster launched. That's when I started it. So, how's that been going for me? I probably could have had it done a long time ago if I would have just, like, did it a certain way, but since I didn't do it a certain way that I wish I would have done. You know, and then it doesn't help that I improved, my building skills improved a ton, and, like, you ended up wanting to redo a lot of stuff. I find that happens a lot too. So when that happens, sometimes you gotta redo stuff, and it can be a pain in the butt sometimes to get stuff done because you're like, oh, I could do this so much better now, so. But in reality, you just take up so much time. But, you know, it happens. Inside this, it actually was meaning to add something like this. These little pieces are nice little, just a nice little extra detail. Those windows, and it just adds a little easy detail. Celebration City, interesting. Yeah. So, like, again, with this scenario, it's going to be a struggling park that you're taking over for, and your first task is to build a new ride that will attract more people, since it's a struggling park. So the first course of action is to add a popular attraction. Like a attraction that everyone will travel the world to get to. In this case, it will be a roller coaster. Alright, so we'll have that. I'll probably need to put some fencing up right here. That way people can't sneak around into the park. Because we can't have that, can we? Did you ever ride Ozark Wildcat? Absolutely, I did. Really, really fun GCI. And I really, truly miss it. I wish it would have got relocated. I was hoping for years that maybe that SDC would relocate it, or that they would relocate it to SDC. But they decided to just bulldoze it, so. Which really sucks, because it had such a short life. You know, it wasn't even that old. It wasn't even 10 years old. So you hate to see that happen, especially when, you know, it was such a good ride too. And I know wood coasters are kind of harder to relocate, but you know, it would have been right down the road to SDC. Come on, you could have done that. Skydive into the park. All right, have fun skydiving. Have fun trying to skydive into the park. Good luck with that. I might add a couple trees here. Tree that's kind of like right in the middle there that will fill in that space nicely. Thinking about doing the mulch here too, but I think I'm gonna leave it out for this spot. I think we're just gonna do grass and shrubs and stuff. Just fill it on up. Like, I don't know why I want to fill this up. Like, just like they never cut the grass here. They're just overflowing with grass, and put some flowers in there too, just to keep it looking alright. When top 10 channels make videos on roller coaster accidents, thinking that they know it because they say never ride a roller coaster. Yeah, I hate it when... I hate those stupid GP roller coaster videos. Like, the top 10 most dangerous coasters in the world, and I'm like, coasters aren't dangerous to begin with. I'm like, you know how more dangerous it is to just drive a car? You know that is so much more dangerous than roller coasters. I think I saw one that was top 10 roller coasters that are banned. They're like top 10 banned roller coasters you can't ride anymore, and it's basically just coasters that are defunct. Not for any particular reason, but they were like, oh, there were safety concerns with this ride, so they shut it down. I was like, no, there wasn't. It was just at the end of its service life. like, bruh. Like, don't make videos on stuff you don't know. About stuff you don't know. Like, just don't. And then you see, like, the top 10 best coasters, and number 1 is, like, a dive coaster, and it's like, bruh. Is the new fire you think going to be bigger? The show building looks 2 times. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be bigger. Guaranteed. I mean, what do you mean? That's totally going to be the new host lounge. Like, totally the new host lounge. I always applaud parks that actually do a good job of keeping something hush-hush. And, like, when an announcement comes, it's, like, actually surprising. Like, oh my gosh. SDC seems to have a problem keeping everything under wraps, because everyone knows what it is at this point. Like, it's not... I'm not gonna put that there, but I want to put something on top of these, maybe that make them look a little bit better. Oh yeah, this is always good. Good. because it just looks a little too bland at the top, so I just want to put something on top of that to make it look nicer. Not sure if I like the sign. I might do some, or I might put a different one on there. What do you guys think? I don't know, just starting to seem a little bit too big. I'm not really digging. I think it looks better without it. I go rage whenever I see comments and see GP people say like, "Oh my gosh, I went on Instant Roller Coaster. It was scary and dangerous. Please shut it down." Yeah, have you ever? I just hate the ones that are just like top 10 banned roller coasters. Coasters that were banned. I was like, that. There's no such thing as a banned roller coaster. What are you talking about? Roller coaster's been banned. It's just ridiculous. You're back, Sliles. Storm Chaser was banned because of the horrible trims. Top 10 most dangerous coasters you can ride today. Bro, if something was dangerous, I don't think it would be open, bruh. Like, just stop. Just stop trying. Is this for Wendleverse? Not particularly, no. I might use it for testing in Wendleverse, maybe. No, this is a custom scenario. We're gonna make it a playable scenario. And it's gonna be inspired a lot from Celebration City. You can potentially kind of tell right now. Hi, kitten. Hi, cat. Can I help you? Do you want attention? Don't put your claws in my chair, though. I like my chair, and I don't want claws in it. Alright, as for the pathway here, I think we're going to add a second piece on the side at the least. Okay. Pine cone with over 20 crits. I know I don't. You got me there. Ooh, ice cream parlor. That's actually what I was looking at. Yes, hi, cat. Is there a reason why you're on my desk now? Ray. Hey. Cat. Why are you on my desk? I can't see. You're right in front of my You're literally right in front of my screen. Can you stop throwing your face into my monitor? What are you doing, cat? What are you doing, cat? I can't see. You're blocking my view. Don't walk on my keyboard, please. What are you doing? Ah! Here. Here, you can lay on my lap. I know your ear's bugging you. Baby girl. We're taking her to the vet in a couple days. She's got an issue with her ear. It's looking pretty bad. Baby. Hopefully it's okay. Alright. I kind of want to do something with Windows here. Right. Worked at Time Traveler Day. I did. How did that go? Tired of that? Oh, I am never tired of that audio. Absolutely not. I will never get tired of that. I love the ticking. I love it all. Might do a diagonal piece here. That would look cool. So like we split the building, do a diagonal section. Turn the grid size down. Alright. Then as for this, I want to put a window there. That was way too long to put. It took way too long to get that done. We'll have like a little outdoor section, but this is gonna be a little ice cream parlor. Okay, cat. Why are you behind my monitor now? Are you gonna lay down there? Here, let me move my watch out of the way. Ba-ba-dap. Bum 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 bum. Alright, let's go ahead and get our shop in here, which is going to be Cosmic Cow Ice Cream. It's our ice cream parlor. I might do 2 stalls here. We'll do that. And then we'll also put shakes, milkshakes in there as well. We will do both. Oh, weird. Who's Miku? Put trash the ride in this park. There'll probably be some trashy rides in here, actually. Like, legit. Idea is that this is a park that's struggling, so it's probably gonna have some rides that need some fixing. A little bit fixing up. Do we have like a tile floor? Oh, that's a roof. That I might actually use more often now. Now that I know that I have it. Tiled wall. Planks. Wow. We can use this one. Autosave that we gotta wait on. Exactly, Jake. Who cares about Mr. Baldo? You're perfectly right. Starting to regret that I ever created that. You need him for what? Exactly. Uh-oh, it's Fluffy. Now, the patterns... I didn't think about that. The patterns are going to be kind of off, probably. And honestly, this diagonal section's gonna also be off, because... I mean, I don't know what else to do here. We're gonna make it work. Some ways, somehow, even if it's ugly. We're gonna make this work. I do like that, though, as the floor tile. I think it works. I did say I might be in the mood for Sea of Thieves pretty soon. Obviously not tonight, because it's too late tonight and we're working on this, but maybe, just maybe. I'll give you a little bit of hope. I'm gonna give you that little tiny bit of hope. Well, that Fluffy comes in, says "oh no," and doesn't say anything else at all. He just says "oh no." I don't know why he says "oh no." Said "oh no," but he hasn't even responded. He hasn't said anything else. He just says "oh no" and then leaves. Probably he probably already left. There was a piece I was thinking of. Not that one. If you ever had a piece, I forgot about these marble pieces. Oh, careful, cat. Careful. It's not recolorable, are they? Yeah. That's what I thought. That's alright. Oh, you're merging, cat. "51 minutes. I don't know what my longest video is if you don't count. Not counting the 24-hour live streams. Because those are live streams, so I mean they still kind of save as videos, but you can't really view them because like they don't delete, but like you can't view them because they're too long. Which makes me wonder how people have done like those super long videos sometimes. Maybe it's just live streams that do that. Who knows? Maybe I'll never know. About the longest video, it's hard to say. Hard to say what it would actually be. Probably at least a few hours long. Maybe. Alright, for this one, we are gonna have... So we could use these, but I kind of wanted to have a certain look to it, so I think we're gonna use for some diner tables and such. I think is the route we're gonna go here. Angle snap off here. Place down a few tables. How do you find our cafe chairs? I think we're gonna go with the white color here. Da-da-da-dum. Bum, 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 bum. I have a couple of larger tables for bigger groups. What takes a lot of time? What's that? Interiors. Waiting in line for time traveler. Not today. If you were there today, there's not much waiting in line for time traveler. Still don't know the idea of the business decision of opening us up on Mondays. I don't think that was a good idea. I don't think it's paid off for them yet so far. Math. Took me 5 hours today. I'm not even halfway done. Oh my gosh. Math. Not math. Alright, we'll do another row of these tables and bum 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 bum. Alright. Scenery. Props. Signs and advertising. Do a few Cosmic Cow advertisements. Fox Coffee, Missy Good, Chief Beef. Don't have a Cosmic Cow one. Why? Why is that? Something I'm trying to find here, but I can't find it. Marathon Time Traveler almost 14 times once. Nice. Time Traveler wouldn't be too hard to marathon if it wasn't for all the stairs you have to walk around every time. Since we don't allow re-rides. It's a lot of walking. A lot of stairs. Lots of stairs. Ooh, I am starting to get tired though. Like I said, I think I mentioned it earlier that I kind of crashed towards the end of the day at work. I was just like, I got hit with like, just got tired pretty quick after having like lots of energy for the longest time, and then now I'm starting to crash again. Find myself just like kind of tired right now. my cow poster. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna put this here, but I'm not gonna make him wave. I don't really want it to wave, I just want it to be there. You know? If that makes sense. I just want it to be there. Do you like these paintings? I think they're good fillers for like stuff like this. I already put some in the other building, but trying to make nice some good interiors. Where did that go? Where did that come from? Alright, that looks like a menu we can go with. Add some nicer details here. To these walls, because these walls are looking a little bland right now. You know, for someone who's not really good at interior, I'm actually, you know, if I can do just a little bit more, I feel like I can make this look good. Like that tile floor with the cafe chairs are actually looking pretty fire right now, I think. But I also want to have like a little bit outdoor seating right here, kind of like cafe style, cafe outdoor seating area. I think it might look pretty cool. It could. It could. It would. We're gonna just go ahead and continue this all the way down there. And as for pathing, we are gonna extend at least that area. We might smooth this out. Kind of go like that. Have a little whoop, whoop, whoop. And then kind of have like a little seating area out here. And then that can hopefully look pretty nice. Hopefully. very satisfying when you can make pathing and curbs and path elements look nice. Can be some tedious work sometimes, though. You made Outlaw Run. Did you do the terraforming first or the coaster building, or both simultaneously? I think I kind of did both simultaneously. Like, I would build the drop, or like I'd kind of form the terrain around it as I went. I think is kind of how if I remember right. I mean, I think that's about what I did. Did I like math? No, I did not. I didn't really care for school all that much. What I did care for was the only classes I really liked was any of my band classes that I was in, because I was really involved in music, and I always liked PE. I was an athlete. I was an athlete back in the day. So I did enjoy like sports and stuff. Probably cover that up somehow or do something with that. We'll do something there in the front. Back in the day, yeah, I've been graduated out of high school now for almost 10 years. Next month will be 10 years. 10 years since I've been out of high school. That's just crazy to think of. Like, I'm just like, bruh. I'm old. I do want to do like a go-kart track. Because again, inspired by Celebration City, we have to have a go-kart track. Like, that's just for certain. I think I'm going to put it back somewhere over here. Like, further back over here, but... Something fall over in my closet? Put obstacles. Alright. Narrow track. I think we'll just keep it big. The mod allows us to. I don't want to go 15. I want to do kind of, if we do go up, I think we're going to go a lot more gradual. Alright, now we can start our left turns. I'm a professional go-kart designer. Not really. Whew. Sorry I haven't been commentating much. I'm actually getting pretty sleepy. Probably gonna head off here in a little bit pretty soon. Alright, that'll be a neat little course. Why do I don't know why I would say course. What is this, golf? No, it's a nice little track. I don't want to make that too small. Okay. Place an entrance and an exit. Like so. We're gonna make this look cool though. It's not, yeah, it's gonna look good. Okay, we can change the track color. I want it to be a little bit brighter because it's gonna look a little faded. it to look brand new or anything. I don't even know what this is the color of. The red is the supports, I can tell that much. Yeah, I've never been big on go-kart tracks in here either, so I've never really built any in Planet Coaster before myself, so. Alright, now I'm gonna move this probably about where I want it though. Because it's gonna... I was almost thinking about fitting it into this, the edge into here a little bit. So it's kind of like the closest attraction actually around here. So I figured this turn would actually fit quite nicely in here. Alright, I want this far enough back to where I can build this path that way. That is one thing we want to do. Okay. That will definitely be enough space for that. We'll definitely make this look really cool. I don't know yet if I want to do terra painting like that or not, or at least do something like this maybe. Potentially. We'll make like a nice little entrance for that and everything, and it'll be our first little attraction. As for this, I don't really care for the little mini supports that it puts here. I think I'm gonna put like, I'm gonna make like a concrete wall of some sorts, like a concrete support structure going up here. Maybe, if possible. I think actually we could potentially use the concrete. This is freeform. A freeform piece that we can go at the exact angle that we need. So we could literally starting from the bottom, going up like this. And it would actually be super easy. Made the incline and decline just straight, I think, so that would actually should make it pretty easy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really made a go-kart track, really, because I never really had too much interest in it myself, but for a park like this, and Celebration City had one, I actually think it'll be a good fit for this. I think it kind of makes a lot of sense to have one in this park, so. And there's actually a, I think if you do something, you can actually participate in the go-karts and actually steer it. So you can actually, instead of just being like a camera, like you can actually play the go-karts. It's actually a thing in here, which is actually pretty cool. That's another thing. I wanna drive the go-karts. Is it the ride that you name, or is it a guest? Typically, most of the cheats like that are renaming a guest, but I don't know. There's a lot of different ones. I just would have to look it up. Is it Andy Fletcher? That's probably wrong. Maybe. Might have to just look it up. Honestly. The only one I ever memorized was Tejikam. I literally didn't memorize any of the other cheats. Man, I am getting sleepy. I probably need to wrap this up. I kind of wanted to do this side real quick. Mostly because I wanted to get at least part of this done, because I don't want to have to do it anymore. That way, next time I'm on here, I don't have to do this. It'll already be done. That's kind of my thought process right now. Alright, we're down to the easy spot where we just go all the way down. A straight line. Till we're underneath. Yeah, I think that looks better than what the little supports there are. At least I think they do. I think it looks a little bit better. And I still feel like I haven't done much, even though I did do quite a bit, but some of the rides that we're gonna have in here is go-karts. We're also gonna have, easily for sure gonna have a scrambler. It's a Hurricane. I think we're gonna have a Grand Carousel. What other flat rides? We might have a Charoplane. Just some like classic flat rides that you would see. Maybe a Tri-Storm with a Troika. You rather Celebration City comes back, but SDC removes Grand Expo Coaster, or things stay how they are now? Yeah, I would remove Grand Expo Coaster to bring Celebration City back. Absolutely, I would. That's not even a question. As for the type of coasters I want to put in here, there's not going to be many. There might be, like, maybe 2. I might have, like, 2 coasters. Pets channel. Yeah, no, I would remove Expo Coaster just for Celebration City to come back. Alright, I can't believe how sleepy I'm feeling. What time is it? How late is it? I don't even know where my phone is. I don't even think I have it in here. I think I left my phone in the kitchen when I made dinner earlier. Where'd my cat go? Oh, there you are. 11:25, thanks. Ooh, man. Well, this is how much progress we've made in 2 nights now. Gotta save the splash battle. Oh, River Blast. No, buy a River Blast. I've only ridden River Blast once. I could care less. I mean, splash battles are a pretty cool concept, but I'm not a big water ride person to begin with, so I think it's awesome. But I mean, Dollywood took theirs out, so SDC probably is going to remove theirs eventually anyways. I will say it does have like some of the best theming in the park. Like, it's underrated. Low-key, like Tom and Huck's River Blast. It's actually got some pretty solid theming. Get rid of Grandfather's Mansion. Ooh. Grandfather's Mansion's pretty classic. That one's probably a little bit of a harder one, because like, I think people would riot if they took out Grandfather's Mansion. Because it's a really cool, like, walkthrough attraction, but we're talking about an entire park for one attraction. So that's kind of my thought, like a whole park for a walkthrough attraction. So I think I would probably go with Celebration City on that one. Boom, boom, boom. Now, the only ones I probably wouldn't remove, obviously Outlaw Run. That's gotta stay. I would definitely keep Outlaw Run over bringing back Celebration City. Time Traveler's one that I would keep over Celebration City. Wildfire and Powder Keg, probably both would stay. What about Thunderation? I feel like I could live without Thunderation. I love Thunderation, but get rid of Wildfire? Really? I don't know. Like, it's kind of like, what would you want more, Wildfire, Thunderation, or Ozark Wildcat? You know, I'd get rid of Thunderation for Wildcat. Ozark Wildcat was great. Like, I definitely think I would rate Ozark Wildcat over Thunderation for sure. But Thunderation is the best Aero Mine Train, so I mean, I'm not gonna deny that. It is the best Aero Mine Train that I've been on. Wildcat looked better than Wildfire. It was a good GCI. I haven't rode it since I was like little, or like a kid, so the last time I rode it was in 2009 when the park closed, probably. I don't know if I rode it the last year. I'm sure I did. I visited Celebration City a lot, so. But Disneyland makes all the rides go to boarding group systems. Well, I don't even go to Disneyland, so sure. I'll bring back Celebration City. Wildfire is one of the most beautiful coasters out there. It's got one of the best settings. It's true. Alrighty guys, I'm like super low energy, so like I think I'm gonna head off for now. So I appreciate you guys joining. I would have stayed a little bit longer, but man, I'm just like crashing right now. But I actually head to bed here soon. Oh yeah, everything. Whew. But I appreciate you guys joining. We'll see what we do tomorrow. I do need to do another Wind Valley episode because it's been a lot longer than I wanted it to between episodes already. So, Steel Vengeance is RMC'd. What? But alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys have a great day and cooler tomorrow. And I'll catch you guys next time. But I appreciate you guys for being here, and we'll be back very, very soon. Should be back tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll see you guys then. So, thank you guys, and goodbye. Bye. Bye-bye.